Happy New Year, Dan.
Hey, Happy New Year.
You let me go? I thought it was January 5th.
I let you go because I think you're trying to find happiness because of what's going on with the Patriots there.
Yeah. Um, Jerod Mayo was truly safe until December began, and it was such a rapid decline, and it was an on all fronts decline. You know, the Crafts beginning the season said, we expect to struggle. I hope we don't struggle. We expect we're going to struggle. And they ended up with 4 wins, which I think if you said on the face of it, okay, it's going to be a tough year, you're going to win 4 games, they wouldn't have balked. But the nature of these last 4 games, the uh, embarrassing loss coming off a bye to Arizona, followed by a decent representative effort against the Bills, followed by what could have been a 50-0 loss to the Chargers, really kind of sealed Gerod's fate. And it was also the messaging around those games where the post-game press conferences were sometimes disjointed with you'd come out of them with more questions than you went in.
Yeah.
So he was strapped to a runaway train, I think, with this roster and this team. So they made the move.
But we just talked to Albert Breer, and he brought up something interesting I had not thought of, is they put this language in Jerod Mayo's contract. So he was the coach in waiting. And then maybe they realized that he might be the coach in waiting, but he shouldn't be our coach now. Maybe that the job was a little too big for him. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it was hope against hope. And I think that the Patriots have operated really, and I've said this, and people balk and they say they won the Super Bowl in 2017. They have operated with a lack of urgency for the better part of 6 seasons. And there has been very much a tendency that Bill fostered, and oftentimes it worked, and then towards the end it didn't, and the Crafts have followed suit with, we'll see how it works out. We're going to try this, we'll see how it works out.
Hmm.
It happened with Brady. Well, he's moving on. I mean, we're pretty smart here. We'll see how it works out. Didn't work out. He wins the Super Bowl. McDaniels leaves. We're going to elevate these two guys. We're pretty smart people. We know a lot about football. Patricia and Judge will be fine. I'm still here. We'll see how it works out. Didn't work out. And then the Crafts, I think, in moving on from Bill a year earlier than they wanted to, because he had a 2-year deal. They wanted to continue. They wanted him to set the record here, but it became so untenable with him that they moved on. And I think with Jerod, they saw a terrific leader, a smart guy who needed seasoning. He was put into the position before he got the seasoning, and the tenor of the season was, we'll see how it works out. So they need to be more urgent. And I really think, Dan, that making a move within an hour of the game's end, when there was so much uncertainty whether or not a move would even be made, shows the urgency I think that they're feeling.